Right. And DeAndre Smith ended up dying from a heart attack in 2004.
Yes.
Terrence Brown ended up getting killed in a dispensary in
I
2019.
read about that.
And of course, Orlando Anderson gets killed. So the only person that's still alive in that car is Keefe D. What had happened? At that point, no one really knew, no one had any information like right after the shooting happened. But you have all these ties into all these different gang members in Compton. And did you actually have informants and so forth that were working for you at the time?
Yeah, well, Reggie called me a couple hours after the shooting had occurred. They were at the scene and Reggie went to the hospital. And he called me. I was at home, sleep, not in Vegas. And then Reggie called me and said, "Hey, Dad, 2Pac and Suge just got shot." And then he told me he thought 2Pac was dead. And he said Suge was okay. He had got grazed, and they're investigating it all. And then he told me basically who he had believed or was hearing was involved because he wasn't there at the shooting.
Yeah.
He was told, and he was told me it was Southside and how it happened, and they were in the car and all that. So we immediately started investigating that the next day, what the information Reggie was giving me.
Okay.
I tried to get the information to Las Vegas PD as Reggie was telling me, but when they heard the name Reginald Wright, knowing from the scene there was a security Reginald Wright at the scene, former Compton PD, they conflated that. They came up with that was me. And so when I was calling to try to give them information, they didn't want to deal with me.
Huh.
So, and later on, when it got deeper, we started having shootings the next day between Mob and Looters and Southside. Eventually, we had to start investigating that. But the chief took me off the case because of the conflict. Because,
Right. Well, because a war basically broke out in Compton right afterwards.
Definitely.
How many people got shot?
Within the 3 days after the shooting, I think we had at least 3 or 4 Luther Park, Pirus shot. Well, more shot, but I think we had 2 or 3 homicides behind it.
Wow.
And then over in Southside, we had a couple incidents there that we had to investigate. Yeah, naturally, but they were shootings because of that shoot.
Okay. Well, what were your informants telling you in terms of what happened in Vegas?
Basically, what you had aforementioned in the scenario of how it happened. Yeah. That was the basis for it because both sets knew who the players were in the shooting. They knew it was Southside that did the shooting. So naturally, the retaliation is going to start going. So I think the Bloods started it in the morning because I think they ended up shooting Darnell Brim, that one, and a female coming out of a store. And then from there, they retaliated because of that and went and shot a couple of Bloods, and it was on. It was on.